So, what do we have here? This sure is a jumpy casket. I wonder what could possibly be inside. Geez, calm down. I'm coming. Oh, hi, Buttercup. Fancy meeting you here. Now, how in heavens did you end up in there? All right. I'll stop messing around. Here, let me help you out of there. Now, can you relax? It's just a nightmare. You're dreaming. And can I just say, what a nightmare it is. I mean, finally, something I can really sink my teeth into. I haven't had a buried alive dream in ages. Claustrophobia really is such a special flavor of fear. Are you all right there, dreamer? Oh, right. You're probably still shaken up after all that. Sorry about that. Sometimes it's easier to forget how real nightmares feel to humans. Here, let's get out of here. There. See? Like I said, it's all just a dream. You're safe. Everything's fine. I mean, aside from the whole nightmares every night with no foreseeable way to make them stop. I'm not great at this whole comforting thing. Do you at least feel a bit better now that we're here? Oh, it's just a spot I like to go to from time to time when I need to be somewhere else. Come, let's sit on this picnic blanket. So, feeling better? Good. Here, have some lemonade. It'll help to have something familiar so your mind can reel in the adrenaline. You like it here? Thanks. I made it myself. Of course there isn't. I'm not some one-trick pony dreamer. I already did the wall of spines. I'm an artist. We don't linger on the past. We evolve. And if you look carefully, you'll see the white blossoms on that tree are actually made of human teeth. See? Art. Well, clearly you don't understand what it means to be a real artist. See, some people believe that you need to suffer to make good art, but I find you can make art just as good out of the suffering of others. Oh, stars. The look on your face right now is priceless. Don't worry, Buttercup. The teeth are ethically sourced. I add a set to the tree every time someone I feed on has a dream where their teeth fall out. Same. They're bland and painfully common. So I decided I'd at least get something fun to do out of them. Huh? Oh, you mean the wall of spines. That was just a little idea that I'd been toying with for a while. I thought it would look cool. And I was right. You just don't get my genius. But yes, made with dream magic and therefore ethically sourced. No humans were harmed in the making of this spine wall. So, now that you're clearly feeling well enough to share your incorrect opinions of my choice of decor, can we discuss our current nocturnal predicament? The feylines, yes. When we first spoke, you told me that you lived by Hope Creek Park, along a feyline. Right. Stars, where do I even begin? Feylines are these sort of tethers that connect points of concentrated magical energy. Magic flows out and in between these points, saturating the areas in their path with it. Yes, well, Hope Creek is a point on the line. There's a threshold in the park, one of those concentrated points I mentioned. And the closer you are to the source... Exactly. The way I see it, if something weird is going on magically, the first place I'm checking is the feyline. Well, I went to the park to check out the threshold, but I couldn't get a close look at it. The area surrounding the threshold was warded and guarded by Bureau agents. I tried to ask them about it, but they wouldn't tell me anything. No, it's not normal. Which leads me to believe something significant must have happened for the Elder Council to send agents over there. The Bureau only really gets involved if there's a threat of exposing magic to mundanes. Good point. It wouldn't make sense for them to be keeping other fae and fated from the area if exposing mundanes was the concern. Which brings me back to my theory. Something happened, and they don't want any magical people to know about it. When you found me in the school's library, I was actually on my way to the records room. I did a search for any news articles I could find about strange goings-on in the area. I started with the news going back 2 weeks ago, the night I entered your dreams for the first time. Yeah, I had to weed through a ton of articles about some stupid cinnamon roll festival the local Bakers Association was throwing in the park that day. Apparently there was some scandal at their baking contest. Some college student entered and dethroned the reigning baker. The sore loser threw a fit, and her second-place rolls. Yeah, I'm sure this is really exciting stuff for you, but cinnamon rolls are most definitely not the reason we're in this mess. So, it isn't much, but there was one report I thought might be relevant. Apparently there was a power outage that left a few areas of the city without power for several hours that night. Yeah, I know it's not a lot to go on, but it seems like too much of a coincidence. The city couldn't explain what happened. There wasn't anything physically wrong with the grid. The lines were just suddenly drained of power. Your car battery too? I wonder how many other people in the area thought they were just having bad luck that morning. Anyway, I tried to find information about other unexplained power outages in the park, but everything came from storms and explainable phenomena. That is, until I checked out other parts of the city. There was a full-blown blackout almost 30 years ago downtown that no one ever got to the bottom of. See, that's the thing. No one ever figured out what caused it. The power just came back on suddenly. The city explained it away by claiming it was probably caused by an unanticipated solar flare, but it didn't affect any other areas. Precisely. So it's a start, but it doesn't explain why it happened near your place. Or why it lasted so long back then. Well, the article didn't give me much information on where the blackout originated, but my guess is that there's another feline that crosses through the area, and maybe even another threshold. No, I don't know for sure. Give me a break, Buttercup. It's only been a day. There isn't exactly a map that lays out all of these points in one place. Besides, I haven't spent much time downtown anyway. Stars, you ask a lot of questions. I knew about Hope Creek's threshold because I spend a lot of time in the area. It's one of the few that's located somewhere that isn't on developed land. In case you haven't noticed, I'm not exactly friendly with the local human population. So I try to limit my exposure to them. I can sense that the feline connects to another point in that direction, but I'm not sure where that point is. I haven't had a chance to look at it yet, but it's next on my list. You want to help? Well, okay. I can see why you might feel better being included. Thing is, I haven't had the chance to report your exposure to the Bureau, and I'll be in deeper shit if they figure out that you know anything before I report. Ugh, that paperwork is going to be such a pain. they'll need a good reason not to wipe your memory, and this whole nightmare problem will never get solved if they do. Oh, shit. I wasn't supposed to say that. Because it wasn't relevant. Relax. Everything's gonna be fine. Men in black. I don't see what relevance the color of their suit has to the Bureau erasing your memories. What the hell is a neuralizer? Goodness. Would you please calm down? Look, I didn't tell you because I didn't want to scare you, okay? There's a high chance we could figure this out without any trouble. The thing is, the Bureau needs a good reason before they'll grant a mundane permission to go on knowing about magic. Usually it's family or significant others. I'm sorry I tried to hide it from you. I promise I'll keep you in the loop moving forward. You deserve my honesty now that I've brought you into this mess anyway. As far as moving forward goes, I suppose we ought to keep this a secret from the Bureau for a little longer. At least until we resolve this issue with your nightmares. By then, I'll be out of your hair, and you can forget all about me. Do you still want to help me look into this other threshold downtown? I understand if you don't want to anymore. I can just give you updates. Okay, in that case, we should probably investigate the second threshold without leaving too much magical trace. Are you free this weekend? Great. Want to go for a drive?